Yeah. Täällä ei ole mitään muuta. Kaikki on tutkittu. Ahaa.
These windows were perfectly cleaned. Part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly cleaned. This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it.
Näytätkö sähköröökiä? Mun sähköröökini on
Someone fell violently against this sign,
tuolla.
and they were injured in the
En tiedä.
crash. Most likely a head wound. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
Watson, mene vittuun.
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection Room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder?
Autopsy. Selvä. Ruumiin avaukseen siis. Mä oon Razerin vihreä kuulokkeet ja päälle sitten sun tuoli vihreällä konkolla. Oletan vihreä turtlenäkö päälle. Ja hiukset vihreät, jumalauta. Se olisi aika hirveetä. Ja vihreä kommandopipo paha. Oh god.
I asked Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy then.
On kyllä ostamassa uutta tuolia, mutta siitä ei tule vihreät. Se on punainen, ja mä tiedän jo paljon se maksaa ja kaikki. Dundee.
This watch is of great value. A beautiful feather pen of a good make. A membership card for the London Crest Club.
Oh. Autopsy. Mä en tiedä, että saaks mä tätä pelattua tänään. Katsotaan. Tisse.
There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination so that we can proceed with the autopsy. There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse. The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma. The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal. No redness, stings, or bruises. Nothing suspicious here. Now, let us examine the internal organs.
Se mulla on ollut tarkoituksissakin hankkia.
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs. There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
Okay. Maksa.
The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction. The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs. The lungs are congested and edematous. The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant. The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs. The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs. My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
You mean...
Yes, it is murder.
We should inform Lestrade.
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge, Holmes?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
No. We also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs.
On hyvä pelipunttori.
Yes, Watson. It is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
More than a little.
Ainakin katsojiakin miellyttää tää peli. Tunne vasta poisoneet. Jännää.
Locked.
Mitä se kertoo musta tehtäväksi? Okei, eli sit mennään Gordonsin tokosin. Mä ostan sen suoraan sieltä nettisivuilta. Se on vähän rapea 200, kun sieltä ostaa. Näytät tylsistyneeltä. Mä keskityn tähän peliin. Voi olla, että mä näytän tylsistyneeltä. Ihan miten vaan. No niin, Martin. Inexpensive glasses. Cool. Unmarried.
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us
Mulla on,
what happened
onks
to
tää
the
Sotkamon
colonial
Jyski
collection
joku toimisto,
that
tuolla
seems
maksaa
somewhat
20.
depleted?
Oikea hinta joku 200.
Oh, most likely maintenance work.
Ja tää oli vielä paketissa, tai siis ihan justiin koottu, kun mä tän ostin.
But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Albert told us about the tragic death of Mr. Dunn, the late director of Kew Gardens.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression, great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say? He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Ei täällä ole kuin 2, 4, 6 tyyppiä enää tutkittavaa. Mielenkiintoista. Vitun vatsanen, mene nyt helvettiin.
Colonial Collection. Water Lily Greenhouse. Dry Trop. Seed House. Ventilation System. Nursery. Director's Office, Cloakroom and Laboratory. Harm House. Reserve. A map of Kew Gardens. Locked.
Terve Jugur. Locked. Everything is locked. For fuck's sake.
Locked. Nursery.
Oho, se ei ollut lukossa. Aivan, meidän pitää mihinkä meidän piti mennä? Staff buildings. Ne on lukossa. Minkä läpi me tultiin just? Ei kun me oltiin täällä. Me tultiin tosta läpi. Eli back we go. Watson saatana.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Yes. Pätkiä polttaa kannabista. Mun suklaat ei loppunut. Ota siitä.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only. For I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah. At the moment, I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the
Hyvä
other rooms.
tonttu. Hyvä yritys ainakin.
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes. I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens. And I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the Deputy Director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? Well, that is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
No sit
Thank
se
you,
hurraa.
man. We shall see you again
Vain
soon.
juotavaa. Mitä tehdään, kun Eetu pisti eilen CSK:ssa laatikoi 35 €? Eiköhän Eetu pitäisi mennä johonkin vierotushoitoon. Tuo peliriippuvuus on aika vakavaa. Ja se on peliriippuvuutta, koska se käyttää oikeata rahaa, niin... Saisiko mä vähän volyymia tähän lisää?
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste.
Fuck that beer. Tässä kaljaa joka puolella.
Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens. A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish.
Millä konsolilla pelaan? PC:llä. Fuck! Okei, tää on mielenkiintoinen. Tuosta on kaljaa. Ei mun tarvi. Vittu. Mä tuun palauttaa nää kaljat, saatana. Kato nyt mitä kävi. Ei ollut shotgunin yritys. Otti vähän iskelmää johonkin ja levis.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
What should we do next, Holmes?
We shall leave.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory.
Good heavens. What's it doing here?
Tuo takas saa tuuli. Jos mä tuotan yhden tölkin, niin annat samalle koko laatikon uuden.
Valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
Fetch Toby.
A botany book. This student's book belongs to Albert.
Kiitos kun kerroit. En olisi itse nähnyt sitä. Kaavoja.
Chemicals. A sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory. I don't hear anything.
As it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants to respond to their environment and have a form of consciousness. Margaret White, February 1895. Report number 245.
Study report. Study report by Martin Hamish.
Mielenkiintoista.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
Tulee läpipelailuja kyllä tuu mitään vittua.
Such masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals. Gloves, waterproof aprons, everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
It appears as though the protective equipment is missing from here.